Hi, welcome to our next level 3 trigonometry video. We continue solving trigonometric equations, but we're going to show you how to solve it all on the graphics calculator. Right, here's our example from our last video. We're going to solve this complicated equation. To start with, here's the graph of 3 sine 2 bracket x minus pi over 2 plus 1. It's got a vertical shift of 1 up. It's got an amplitude of 3. We've moved the sine graph pi over 2 radians to the right, which is why in brackets we go minus pi over 2. And we could work out the value of the period, which is 2 pi divided by the value of b. b is 2, so 2 pi over 2 gives us a period of pi radians. Right, here's the value of 3 pi over 4, and our job is to find all solutions that are between 0 and pi radians. And there are 2 we need to find. Now, we did in the last video, we solved it algebraically. And if you remember all this working, we got there to find our 2 solutions, which was 1.805 and 2.907. Well, we're going to show you how to solve that on the graphics calculator. And it's a tad easy. Okay, a lot easier. So let me get out of PowerPoint and bring up my graphics calculator. Right, you need to come into the graph menu. Remember, we don't need to type y equals, so we just need to start typing 3 sine. Now remember my trick. I go bracket, then I put in my value of b, which is 2. Then I carry on with my next bracket, x, subtract, and I need to go shift pi divided by 2, and I need to close brackets, and then close my first bracket, and then I need to go plus 1. Now, just before we move on, let's just go shift menu and just scroll down and check we are in degrees we're in radians, not degrees, because we're working in radians. If we are, let's execute out of there. And now let's draw the graph. Now, if you don't see a good picture to what you see on the screen, let's go into view window. Now, I know the graph here goes on the x-axis from negative 3 pi over 2 all the way out to 3 pi. I don't want to do that. I'm only interested in the region between 0 and pi, which is what I want my solutions. So I'm going to go from 0 to pi for my x value. Now, come down to my y min and max. My y minimum is negative 5. My y maximum is positive 5. So let's go negative 5 and positive 5. And let's push execute and draw the graph once more. Now, the graph looks different to what you see on the screen is because I've got a different set of x values for my window. I'm only going from 0 to pi radians. Okay, now let's just push exit and draw in the graph of 3 shift pi divide 4, which what it does when we do that into y2, it draws the cosine graph, the sine graph, and it draws a line through 3 pi over 4. Now, here are my 2 intersection points that I've got to find between the range of 0 and pi. So I've got to find them. To do that, I'm going to go into GSolve, graphics solve, and I'm going to find where the graphs intersect, ISCT, intersect. So if I push F5 again, my graphics calculator will find my first solution, which is 1.805. Now to find my second solution, I just use the arrow buttons and push it to the right, and my graphics calculator will find my second solution, 2.907. So my graphics calculator, if I need to go back and find my first, push it back to the left, and my second to the right again. Now I want to bring up one key thing before we leave you. If there is a solution sitting exactly on 0 or exactly on pi, you need to be careful. Go back into view window because it may not find it. You may need to just adjust the minimum and maximums to go a little bit wider out so it can actually find it. Right, well that's us. Save us doing all this algebra. So thanks very much for watching.